Welcome to the Ryan Waters Sports Drive, being joined by a special guest here this afternoon at the Coast Capri Hotel. The brand new Okanagan Sun head coach Gavin Lake joins us fresh off the jet from Austria. How's the jet lag?
You know what? I actually had about a 4-day stop in Toronto, so I had a little bit of a gap. The 9-hour difference to Austria I split with 6 hours to Toronto and 3 hours here, so I can fall asleep real easy, but then I'm up real fast, so I'll do okay. I'll get it figured out.
Good. Now, despite you being in Austria for the last few years, you were in BC and with BCFC in 2008 with the Vancouver Island Raiders. So do you get a sense of the history and the pride and the tradition that is with the Okanagan Sun?
Oh, for sure. There's no question that this is a very proud program. You can see with the alumni contribution, the board efforts, JDS Mining. There's such a strong community involvement here. You can feel it's palpable. You can feel the desire to win. Regardless of how it's been the last couple of years, you can still feel the push to win. I think the number one thing we have to do here is we have to think, hey guys, guess what? We haven't won in 11, 12 years. It's a new team. It's a new world. Yeah, we can support with our alumni and our donors and our board, but ultimately, guess what? It's the culture within the locker room. That's something that I have to look at and address. It's anything less than a championship is, here is a failure.
Mm-hmm. Did that attract you to this position when you saw the position come up and when Paul Carson gave you a call? Is that what got your blood going? Yeah, there's no question. Not to take away from other teams, but the Sun is a marquee name. Mm-hmm. That did pique my interest. Knowing Paul and with Jay and the structure of the board, I felt that we can be competitive and in fact excel relatively quickly. I thought this was an opportunity with an infrastructure already in place. I thought, we can do some great things here. That being said, will you put your stamp on this team right away, or will it take a year or two before you get the guys that you want in here?
My feeling is we need success now. Mm-hmm. So what will happen is I'm going to evaluate in spring. I'll give the current players and current coaches their due and meet with them, work with them, and see where we can fit. The idea is where's the team, where's our heart, where's our heart and our soul. If I can see if that's okay, then the brain I can work with. The number one thing for me is to evaluate right now, recruit, evaluate, assemble a coaching staff that we can be tight. The locker room, the synergy, make sure our energy is in the right place, and then from there we can learn systems. So in that regard, I want to win right now. I think pieces are in place to win right now. We're going to be strong. The question is how we can put it together to see how far we can do it this year.
And how will you beat the Raiders? Everybody in the Sun organization needs and wants to beat the Raiders. This team hasn't beaten the Raiders in an important game for quite a while now. You have knowledge of the enemy, so to speak, in 2008. Will that help?
Yes and no. I know their psychology a little bit, and they have a lot of swagger. They have a lot of pride. They do a really good job connecting with family. It's a family team. If you don't play for your brother, you're going to have a hard time beating them. Now, in saying that, the Hilltops have had success the last few years. They play a very disciplined type of ball, a very structured ball, and mentally they're very tough. So you know what? There's some models that are out there that we can follow, that we can look at, we can emulate, and try and get our own Okanagan Sun flavor into it. And you know what? I look forward to it. It's going to be tough. We have 3 regular season games with them. We have 2 on the road in Caledonia Park. That's a challenge. It's going to raise us up. It's going to raise our level of ball, and there's no question that playing the Raiders is something that we want to relish. We want to get back to the top. We have to go through them.
Happy to be back in Canada coaching?
Oh, yeah, I am. You know what? Austria is a great experience. It's a gem of a country. I love everybody there, the players, the board, the executives, the sponsors, the people. They embraced me. I encourage everybody to go. It's just an awesome, awesome place. Given the opportunity with Roger Kelly and Euro players to go overseas, I can't describe how good it was.
Are you a superstitious guy? Because sports is so superstitious, and you're the 13th head coach in franchise history for the Sun. Is that going to come into play at all?
I like Dan Marino, and I have an old Dan Marino jersey on my wall. So 13 is just a number. Yeah. I don't put any credence in that. There's been 3 coaches in the last 4 years. So how can 13 be more unlucky?
Gavin, thanks for doing this. Welcome.
Awesome. Thanks, Ryan.
Gavin Lake, he's the new head coach of the Okanagan Sun. His first order of business, a few camps, recruiting some guys, and then spring camp coming up in May with the home opener for the Sun set for August the 4th at the Apple Bowl. Thanks for watching. This is the Ryan Water Sports Drive.